Alright guys, this is J-Law again. Alright, my controller is completely disassembled. Remember the minute 30 video? I actually did about a minute 10, I believe it was, but I already had screws taken out. This is it completely disassembled. I got all my buttons and the bumpers and my screws in there. Front, top pieces, the back side, the inside circuit board. I took the rumble packs off. All you do is pop them out. D-pad, the bottom and the top. These, they just slip. They slip on, slip off. It's real easy. And the bottom plate. And I'm about to sand it down and get some primer on it. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got everything sanded down. I actually used 120 grit sandpaper. It's something rough, but not too rough to cause deep scratches into your controller, because they will show up no matter how much clear coat you put on it. Believe me, played with it a lot. Move those out the way. You don't need those anymore. Don't need this. I actually did sand, as you see it's a little bit shaded. I did sand the bottom part of these, not the top. This is rubber. You sand it, it will make no difference. And if you paint it, it will come right off, you know, real easily after a few times of playing with. I've done that also. But I did sand the bottom because I always paint the bottoms. I call it the eyeball of the controller. Everything's sand. You can hear it. It's a gritty feeling, but I'm about to wash it down with some warm soap water, get all my fingerprints off, all off, anything like that. Everything's sanded down. I did sand the L and R bumpers, not this little piece, because this actually gets covered up by this, but I did sand this. I did sand the bumpers. Sand the whole controller. I'll tape off all this, so I'm not worried about that too much. And I'm about to do my masking, which I'll have all the holes taped off so no paint gets in them. I'll have this taped off so the battery pack fits on right. And I'll have the actual holes of this battery pack and everything else except for this taped off. And actually, I'm doing the triggers to these also, so I'm gonna put this wrapped up and leave the trigger sticking out so I can get a good paint job on those. And I'll be back with the masking. Alright guys, as I told you, I was masking it off. I'm back now. I didn't do the bottom plate. There's nothing to really mask on it. I will put a little bit of tape right here to build a lip up so it'll sit straight up when I paint it. As I told you, I was masking off that. This is not going to get painted because, like I told you, this will cover it. Also with this, I will mask off right here and have it sitting up high so I can paint on it. There's your triggers. I pulled those off instead of keeping them on the circuit like I usually do. They're pretty simple to take off, put back on, so I'm going to try it. Mask off where for sure they will be visible after it puts it back together. There's your tops. I'm only gonna touch the tape because I don't want no oil on it, but I just masked off the rubber. I'll put tape on the bottom of them to hold them down or I'm spraying them. All I did was mask off the battery pack so none of the numbers and the little label gets messed up. And this, try not to touch it, I masked off the big holes, and on the little holes I just put tape over them because the paint will kind of just fall in and come back up, opposed to falling in and sticking like you'd think. So yeah, those holes and those two little holes does have tape on the back so the paint won't stick inside really. This taped off the back, the battery holes, and there's the other one. I did put on gloves. As I said, I don't want oil on them because when you spray it will bubble. It's called fish eyes and it will bubble up. Got me an X-Acto knife. Need any help cutting it, and I'm actually about to go prime it, so let's see how it all looks.